Okay, so let me go back to the last few slides, right? See, as I said, I mean, what does Kia really bring? It's a simple conversational interface with the ability to ask questions in voice and visuals. And, definitely we value, or rather, the application is built with the on the fundamental design premise around, security, privacy, and all that. I think, in today's way, especially in an enterprise context, that is a key factor, in terms of what kind of data it is able to respond back, who really gets to see this. There are a lot of controls in place, in terms of for any user to define rules on who really gets to see what data and all that, right? Completely built on Azure. We make use of all the Azure cognitive services, from speech services to language understanding. The whole application is, even though it is cloud agnostic, we can deploy it on GCP, AWS, and all, but primarily many of our implementations are run on Azure. So it is AI neutral, cloud neutral, and it can be hosted as a SaaS, as well as most of our enterprise implementations are behind their firewall. We just kind of bring our software, it runs, so that none of the data really goes out, right? So this application runs within your firewall on whatever your vendor cloud platform is, including Microsoft Azure. And by the way, this application can also be exposed as a bot, as a Microsoft Teams bot, right? So if you are using Teams or Slack within your enterprise, so this, rather than trying to use a separate web application, you can also expose this as a bot, a T-bot, within Microsoft Teams. So you can ask these questions within Microsoft Teams itself, right? Just few use case themes, like what we've really done in some of those places, how this could be used. Very simplified access to data with a simple search interface kind of stuff, which I showed. I mean, we call this as a question widget. This widget could be, embedded just with few lines of JavaScript code. You can embed this on any of your application, right? With the mobile app, for any of your users on the move. And today, pretty much, our life revolves around smartphones. So just like how we would pick up the phone to chat with a friend, any of your data, whether you're in a meeting or traveling, you can just, pick up this mobile app and then ask these kind of questions on your data, rather than trying to say, for example, if I'm a project manager looking at Jira, Trello board, rather than opening it and get an answer, can I really ask this question on, you can connect Kia to your Trello data or Jira or whatever it is, and then, try to get those answers, right? So it's mobile apps for that, what we call as a momentary information needs. Collaboration. A lot of time today, it's spent on email exchanges. So you're looking at a problem, you have that someone else is responsible for this. You take a screenshot or share a report with somebody, them responding back. So instead, can all the interested parties really engage in a conversation in an application? So that's the idea behind this chat interface. Can the people who are really working on a problem, can they work together along with Kia, on a data problem, right? Actionable insights. This is what I mean, definitely once you have an answer, our platform kind of supports, say as simple as you have an answer, you really want to create a task and assign it to somebody. You can create a action item in Trello or in Asana or what, right? Or say, for example, you're looking at an answer, you really want to create a ticket, you can create an open service now. Any of those external integration, external third-party business applications, you can, we do provide a lot of stuff, many of out of the box, right? Um, you just connect it through REST APIs, the data kind of flows from there. It's kind of, it completes the question. Say, another one I can even say, you're looking at a sales data, you really want to run a marketing campaign out of this. So maybe, definitely you can build a hook to your CRM application, Zoho, Salesforce, or whatever it is, right, from here. So there is quite a bit of out-of-the-box integrations which we provide. Plus, we can build any of those custom integrations, for your enterprise applications as well. This is again one way, many of our users use it. There are a lot of traditional legacy reports, they have. So now, with an interface like this. We're just basically saying, let your users define, whatever the reports are, using this, interface, and this can bring back the data, and still, you have an ability to export it in many other standard formats and consume that information, right? So as a replacement for, there are instances where, installations where we had close to 300 plus reports. They were just replaced with a simple interface like this. We connected our application to their enterprise warehouse. And from there, the users are able to run these reports on the fly, right? So yeah, quite a bit of, we do have quite a bit of happy customers who are already using this for a few years now. And see, the biggest one I would say it's around, or rather the more gratifying or the interesting problems which we have solved. It's all around, in the healthcare or industries where they have their own customer vocabularies. It's not just English, right? Whether it is the engineering space or the medical healthcare space and all that. I think that's where we have seen some very good upticks in terms of how a solution like this has really helped them, right? So as I said, yeah, definitely it's very, very easy to get one up and running with the low code platform. And please, so that's pretty much my last slide. We do offer definitely, if we want to have a deep dive on any of the underlying technology, or rather, work on a POC or quick start, be more than happy to. Please do reach out to us, and I'll stop here. See, so this is kind of the summary of it, right? So in the end, in fact, I just thought, I started with a question on ChatGPT. I thought, okay, I'll also end with one, So it's a very interesting space. Rather, the days ahead, with what GPT-4 has done, right? But at the same time, can data and analytics really be generative, right? If you really ask me, at the end of the day, for any machine learning, it is garbage in, garbage out. It's like what kind of data it is being trained on, right? I think definitely the quality of data plays a significant role, and also that could also potentially create a bias. That's not what we want from data and analytics. We want that to be as much objective as possible. So definitely, it's you need some good amount of that's why even going back to the question that was asked, about the trust, it is still very much within the control of humans. I think we are responsible for the data quality as much. Some of these AI tools could help you locate those quality problems, but still, or make it easy for us to locate those quality problems. But it is up to us to address it for us, for the insights to be more objective, right? So I thought I'll end with this, in terms of, I also asked this question to ChatGPT, hey, can you analyze large volume of data and produce insights? So in the second paragraph is kind of very interesting, in the sense it is definitely, as I was telling you, it depends on the quality and relevance of the data that is provided to me. I think that's the fundamental premise on which any machine learning or AI models kind of operate, right? So and right now, GPT is more on the text-based format, and anything to do with numbers and all, still we really need solutions like here and all that, right? So yeah, so that's the discussion for today. I hope it was useful, and let me pause here for any questions.